Rolling. All right, so we are back again with a brand new episode of Another 24. I'm your incredibly handsome host, Torres Montez, and today I have a very special guest in the building. Now, this guest is a football player extraordinaire. He is I guess you're a master's degree, multiple degree having author in the building, fresh off the heels of his brand new release that just came out today, Tenacity. I have the one, the only, Mr. Alexander Wilson. How you doing, brother?
Doing well. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Man,
much.
appreciate you pulling up, man.
Blessed to be here. Blessed to be here.
Yeah, man. So I gotta ask you, man. I know that you're athlete, man. What was the workout of the day today? I guess you didn't work out, but you.
Yeah. We had some recovery with my trainer. Definitely get in with my trainer every other day. Get into the gym when I'm not with him. But today we just did some recovery because we went hard this week.
Gotcha. So what's recovery look like? Stretching? That kind
I do some stretching on my own. Make sure I do some stretching before I get out there with him. But he has some boots and some hip stabilizers.
Okay.
So we use those. So some things I don't have myself. So trying to make sure we keep the body loose and agile while we get the work in.
Right. Can't be out there all stiff.
Right.
I played football in high school, which was a long time ago for me. And whew, I played football and I used to box, right?
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. I think boxing, that was probably the best shape I've been in. Football was good. Like, I was looking cut up. But boxing, like, my breath control, my lungs was just like, it was crazy, man.
I thought about boxing.
You did?
Yeah, I thought about boxing. And the workout for boxing is crazy. The conditioning, the regimen, pretty similar to football.
Yeah.
Pretty similar.
Yeah. We used to have to run miles and miles and miles.
Okay, not that similar.
Nah, because the gym I worked at, so, I was only amateur. I never got pro, but we had pros at my gym, right? And it was this one dude. It was a dude named Pat and a dude named Mike, man. R.I.P. Mike, man. He ended up, getting killed. But Pat, he told me one time when we were at the gym, because I had to spar against him, man. He was like fast. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But he ran like 16 miles in one day.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, how do you even have time to do that, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, 16 miles is crazy.
I'd love to do that one day, though. You know what I'm saying? Train your body to be able to do that. Just run 16 miles straight.
Right. That's almost a marathon.
Yeah, the type of mental capacity you have to do that is impressive.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It's more mental than anything. I bet. So, as we mentioned, you released a book.
I did.
So tell me a little bit about Tenacity. Like, what brought this about? What made you want to actually write a book? Because you're still a pretty young guy, man.
I am. I'm only 23. My birthday's in August, so coming up here soon, I'll be 24.
Okay.
But just my life, that's very broad. But I believe in 2017 my life changed, and so my perspective changed, and who I was at that point just wasn't who I became, in that year. So going through that, I always knew I wanted to document my life. So at that point, I started writing down concepts. I started writing down different things I felt was important. Just not really knowing what was going to happen with it, where it was going to end up. But, at some point, I just ended up saying, I'm going to write a book. I didn't know what it was going to be about. I didn't know how it was going to come to fruition, but I just knew I always wanted to write a book. I always felt like I had to get to this pinnacle to, I'll be 35 or I'll be 40, have kids, I'm going to write a book. But I was like, no. I reached a point where I was like, this is some really good information that people could use, and it's stuff that I really, really benefit from.
Yeah.
I use it on a regular, stuff I really believe in and branded myself on. So Tenacity was just the big name for me because I really branded myself on Tenacity.
Okay. So 2017.
Yes, sir.
So right now we are in 2026.
Right.
So this book is 9 years in the making.
Yeah, long time coming.
Wow.
Long time coming.
Wow. So this started off as just you writing your thoughts down. It wasn't really organized in the manner like this is going to become a book one day, but you were just putting your thoughts on paper?
Absolutely. It started on my journal. So one thing that I brought out of 2017 was journaling. Journaling helped me a lot, just organizing my thoughts and being able to put them on a piece of paper and being able to organize them. And so just having a long list of just organized thoughts and just things that really made sense to me in terms of concepts, because different situations, I'll put stuff down. Maybe it's not a complete thought. Maybe it's not everything that happened in the situation, but just reading it in my journal, I'll be able to understand what I was feeling in that particular time. So all those things written down in my journal, I was able to basically piece together, not really a story, but a journal that I made that you can pull from that has a lot of tools and things that you can use.
So you're 23 now. So you were like 14 when you were doing this?
That's when I started, yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And I can't take all the credit. A lot of that was good people that were around me that gave me a lot of encouragement to do things like that, to make sure that I use my creative mind the right way.
Got it. So what were, as much as you can share or as much as you want to share, what were some of those tough moments that you were going through that kind of prompted this journey?
Well, in 2017, I flatlined twice.
Wow.
So after my second experience flatlining, I had some time to collect myself, and after that is when I started to really piece myself back together. It wasn't, when I say piece myself back together, I had a lot of people in my corner that poured into me in that season, and really helped me shape myself into the person I am today.
Wow. Was it like an injury situation or?
No, it was a mental health situation.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Really in the field that I'm in right now, really wanted to protect people and be the voice of the people
Right.
that, they want, that they need. Some people, they don't understand that they need what they need until they have the opportunity to access it. So I want to be that person.
Well, that makes sense. So when you're writing in your journal, these feelings, you're having these thoughts.
Right.
And when we're 14 years old, we're not all the way developed yet.
Right.
We're barely teenagers, but we feel like we know everything. We feel like we can conquer the world.
Right.
So did you notice when you're looking at some of those journals from back then, do you understand kind of what you're feeling now? Are you able to now work through some better solutions or some better ways to handle those thoughts now?
Absolutely. And when I said that I used to journal and like chronicle certain things that I would go through, it wasn't always organized thoughts that were quote unquote correct. Sometimes I just write how I'm feeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I go back and be able to pull from that and say, okay, maybe I should have did this correctly, or maybe I should have did this differently. Correct, because wrong and correct is very subjective. But
yeah, that's true.
What I should have done, I feel like my perspective changes and I would have done something different, just having a different perspective. So being able to look back on it is something that, I really enjoy, just because I know who I was at that point, what I was thinking, how I was feeling, and just being able to have that is a really cool opportunity.
Got it. Now, I'm sure throughout this entire process, having, mental health situation back then to now you are thriving, you're an athlete, you're doing all of these things. I'm sure there's been a lot of healing throughout that journey, a lot of, trying out different methods to see, kind of what works for you. So how has that journey of healing been for you? And I'm sure it hasn't ended yet.
Right.
We're always healing. We're always can be better. So how's that journey been?
Well, it hasn't been linear. Definitely had to trust God in the whole process. Definitely had to grow my faith. Definitely been moments where I've been, trying to strive, and I feel like I didn't reach the point. And those are moments where you feel like, you're picking yourself up off the ground, but it's not you. It's the Lord. He's always been there, and you got to realize that He'll be there for you every single time that, you feel like, here I go again, picking myself back up, So I always turn to God, and that's one thing that I can really credit to my people, is that they really instilled that into me at a young age, and whatever I went into, whatever situation, I could always come back to home and know that He was with me.
There you go. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Being an entrepreneur, because 3 years ago, I was laid off from my job, right? Okay. And it was a complete shock to the system. Yeah. They didn't get, they don't give you no warning.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, when you want to quit, they make you give a 2 weeks notice.
Right.
And when they fire you immediately.
Yeah, go and pack your stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
They log you out of all the systems and everything, but it was just like, dang. Yeah. That's hard. And that, these past 3 years have been very, very tough for me because, I was like, do I want to go and find like another job and then just be at the risk of the same thing happening again,
right.
Being let go and all of these things. So I was like, you know what? I prayed about it. I thought about it. And I was like, man, I'm gonna just do my own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God got me. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But, I'm gonna just trust. And
something that is real exciting.
It is exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's also very scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Very scary.
For sure.
Because you have that, when you have a job, you have that stability. Mm-hmm. You're getting paid every 2 weeks.
Right.
You can cover your bills. But when it's just you, when you're out there, you're out there.
Yeah, for sure.
You're out there. And these have been some of the most trying times of my life. But as you said, those are the moments when you get closer and closer to God.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing how it happens. And I feel like anybody who has, tried to do something difficult, tried to do something tough, that they're not even sure that they can do. Those are the people that are like, wow, like, yeah, you guys are close to God.
Yeah.
Because it's just there. Like, he has to be there. There's no other explanation, bro.
For sure.
It's literally no other explanation for how some of this stuff happens, bro. But anyway, back to you. So Tenacity.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it that you want the people who buy your book, the people who do the exercises, the people who read your book, what is it that you want them to walk away with when they're done with this journal?
I want them to be able to close their journal and have tools they can pull from.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing for me. You know, I want stuff that's being able to be readily used on the day-to-day, that you can find just very, very useful for your own life. You know, some stuff might be particular to certain people, but I try to incorporate a lot of different information that incorporates a lot of different settings, a lot of different, you know, environments. It can just be really encompassing for a lot of different scenarios. So that's really important to me.
Got it. So what does tenacity mean to you?
Tenacity is the ability to keep persevering regardless of the scenario or the circumstance.
Right.
And that means you have to be equipped for what you know is coming.
Mm-hmm.
What you know is coming is obstacles. Obstacles are inevitable.
Facts.
So you have to be equipped for what you don't know in terms of how the obstacle is going to come.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be equipped to persevere regardless, and that's the mentality.
God, yeah, that's true. You do need to be tenacious, especially, you know, these days, man. Even though, you know, the world is so much more connected, there's so much competition out there.
For
it's
sure.
like we're seeing what everybody else is doing all the time, which, you know, it could be good and bad. But, you know, a lot of us, we compare ourselves to other people, and it's like, you know, we don't see how much work they're actually doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And how tenacious they actually are.
Absolutely.
All we see is just the results.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that can be unhealthy at times.
For sure.
It can be very, very unhealthy. So you put your book out. So when did you know that the book was done? Because I ask people a lot. Like I talked to a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I talked to a few authors before, and the hardest thing to me, it sounds like knowing when something is done.
Right.
You can keep improving.
Exactly.
But when did you know that this book was done?
I got boiled over with excitement. I just wanted to share it. I wanted people to have the opportunity to use these tools that I felt like I had and I was using every single day. When I tell you I use them every single day, I really pride my life on it. And so I felt like it was really, really important for me to just give the tools I felt like were really, really useful to the people that could use them.
Got it. So when you were like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, right. I was like, this is the stuff, man.
Right,
yeah, this is hot. Go ahead and give it to them for sure.
Got you. So now that, you know, it's completed and, you know, it's done, it's manicured, it's, you know, professionally laid out.
Right.
What do you think your 14-year-old self would have done with a book like this? Like, how do you think that would have changed how things were going for you?
That's a great question. I think it definitely would have added to the small world my perspective had at the time. You know, when you're 14, your scope and lens of what things are important is a lot smaller than the older adult. So I feel like it would have just made my world a little bit bigger. I would have understood some concepts that I feel like I wasn't privy to at the time. And so it just would have been a great tool for me to use at that young age.
Gotcha. So it would have gave you more perspective, like, you know what? There's a world outside of this.
Absolutely.
The world is much bigger than, you know, this, I guess, middle school or high school, maybe around that time?
Yeah, middle school, high school. Yeah.
High school.
For
so
sure.
The world is bigger than my middle school. The world is bigger than my high school. And yeah, that, you know, because that's so true, because it's like kids these days, even when I was a kid, it's like, oh man, you know, I got roasted at school when life is over.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just like,
when you're young and stuff like that's important. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your world. You know what I'm saying? You go to school, you got your friends, hang out on the weekends, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So some of that stuff is real important to you when you got a little brain. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got big dreams. Some of that stuff is.
Yeah, it really is like your whole world, and then you talk to your parents, and your parents like, it's not that big a deal, and it's like, you don't understand me,
exactly.
You don't know what I'm going through.
Exactly, you just misunderstood.
Right. That's funny, man. That's funny. So what was the hardest part of writing this book?
The hardest part of writing this book was probably understanding other people's perspectives. So for me, I'm writing from my own perspective and what I feel like would be best for people and what I feel like people would want to hear and what I feel like would be good for people. I also have to include perspectives in terms of where people are coming from and what they may be seeing or what they may be feeling when they read my book. So I'm just really trying to appeal to all the different audiences was the hardest part for me because I didn't want to be too opinionated.
Got it. So how do you feel like you were able to achieve that?
Time. Time. Definitely had to do some revision. I definitely had to seek some counsel, because I didn't want to be too opinionated. I didn't want to tell people, do this,
Right.
So in order to find a better way of conveying my message, I had to seek some counsel and trying to order my words correctly.
Got it. So what do you think is the formula for using this book to its maximum potential? Is this something that you live with for a few months? Is this a book that you want to go ahead and finish and get done with within like a few weeks, or is it something you keep coming back to? What's the correct way to use it, you think?
Well, there's a lot of different ways you can use it. One thing that I did have in mind was some of the clients that I see today on a regular basis. I think they can use this on a day-to-day basis regularly. But just beyond that, if you want to improve yourself, improve your day-to-day life, improve how you interact with people, improve your mental health, improve how you self-talk, stuff like that. A lot of coping skills. There's a lot of mechanisms in that book, but
Yeah.
just really it's a it's a need basis. So when you feel like you need it, it's there. And definitely when you open it first, you're definitely going to be intrigued to flip through it. And it's not too long.
Right.
So you definitely would be able to get through it if you start to pique the interest.
Got it. Okay, yeah, you said something there with the self-talk, man. That's a big one. That's a big one, even for me, because I'd be like, man, bro, I have some days where I just wake up and I just be like, man, I want to quit everything. I don't even want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
My dog, he always wakes me up at the butt crack of dawn.
Right.
And it's like, bro, like I don't even want to take you out. Like I just don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
But I just that self-talk, that spark just comes back. It's like, you know what? You got stuff to do, man.
Right.
You're here for a reason. You
Right.
have a purpose. Like,
Absolutely.
You got people who are, connecting with what you're doing, and they need you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what are some ways that we can use that self-talk for, its best for, I guess, what are some ways that self-talk can be best used for people? What are some of your strategies for that?
Some of my strategies, come up with some slogans. Come up with some slogans you can say to yourself that are nice and quick. Self-talk, it pairs with coping skills. So you have the coping skills that you can do on the go. So self-talk is one of those things that, you order your thoughts. All day, every day, our brains are thinking about everything.
Yeah,
But we're sitting down right now, the chair we're sitting in, the clothes we wear, what we drank today, car we drove in. You know what I'm saying? The mind's always thinking about things. So being able to order your thoughts is a really good coping skill to have in terms of having having good self-talk on purpose. You're going to encourage yourself on purpose. You're going to make sure that you reward yourself after doing something. Tell yourself, good job. And so those are some good, some really, really good coping skills that you can use on the go. You have the coping skills that you have to sit down and do, like maybe you take yourself out to eat, or you listen to your music, or, you just spend some time with yourself. But the self-talk is something that you can use all the time, wherever you are.
Right. So, I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like this has been a part of your purpose, of your reason for being here, your why.
Yes, sir.
But do you think that everyone has a purpose, or do you think that people kind of create their purpose?
I believe everybody has a purpose, and I believe everybody discovers their purpose. And once you discover your purpose, you can scale it.
Got it. Everybody discovers it. Got you. So do you have any tools to discover your purpose, or is it just something that maybe, because for me, it took me a while to discover mine, right? Because I've always been like easy to talk to. I've always been non-judgmental. I've always been creative. I've always been very entrepreneurial, and a lot of those different aspects came together to create what I'm doing now.
Absolutely.
Which is like personal branding, this podcast platform, which that wasn't even a thing 20 years ago.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean?
For sure.
So it's like the world had to catch up to my purpose.
Okay.
But that took a lot of tinkering and revisions and coming up with new ideas and thinking out of the box. But do you have, I guess, some practical ways that people can start thinking about their purpose? Maybe not find their purpose, but at least start thinking about that conversation.
Well, of course, the first thing would be to find your interests. Find what really excites you, because nobody wants to be doing something they don't enjoy. So the first thing is find your interest, and particularly what you're good at. So interest paired with, am I good with what I like? What am I really good in that maybe I might not like as much as the thing I like the best that I'm not so good at.
True.
But then also you have to consider, what you're willing to do, how much things cost to you. If you really want to chase something, you can put in the work, become the best at it. That's the tenacious spirit. You have to be able to be willing to go through anything. If that's your purpose and that's your calling and you believe it in your soul and you know that, it's for you to know that and it's for you to show everybody else.
Dang, that's so true. So basically what it's saying, if you want to be a singer and you can't sing, then you might find something else.
Use some auto-tune.
Use some auto-tune. So moving forward, you've gotten several degrees,
yes,
as we've spoken about. Can you remind us again which degrees you have?
I have a political science degree,
okay,
entrepreneurship degree,
okay,
and a psychology degree. I'm also applying to Tuskegee for my social work, master's in social work.
Got it. That's a lot of degrees, man.
It's a lot. I'm struggling to think of all of them. Goodness. Been in school for so long.
Right. So what do you think that you have learned about yourself in the pursuit of all of these degrees and all of this education?
I can do it. There was times where, I doubted myself, not only in sports, but in the classroom as well. And, you really have to believe in yourself before anybody else can help you in any type of way. There's a lot of different ways that people can help you and ways that you feel like people could help you and they're not, But the first thing you have to do is you have to take it upon yourself to say, I want to do this because I know I can. And if I feel like I can't, I'm going to show myself I can. Because believing you can't is the first step to never making it happen.
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
You just got to change your mindset.
That's a fact. That's the athlete talk. That's the athlete stuff right there, man. Because and what do you think being an athlete has done for the rest of your life? Like, when you're an athlete, it is about the sport, but it's also about the game of life.
For sure.
You learn a lot about life playing football.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about life playing soccer or basketball or boxing or whatever. So what are some things that football or being an athlete in general has taught you about life?
It taught me about leadership. It taught me about teamwork. It taught me about perseverance, tenacity, being hungry, going out to get it, competition, so much, man. There's so much to learn. And as long as I've been playing sports, not only just football, but just as long as I've been in the sports arena, there's just always been different environments to be in where you can just learn different lessons, And I've always been somebody that's just been very curious to ask the questions and, observe before I talk and things of that nature. So I've really just soaked in a lot of the concepts that even our coaches have thrown at us, so shout out Coach Reich. Coach Reich at Wingate, man, that's my guy, that's my dog, dog. But he taught me a lot. Him and I, we were best buds, man. Still are. I talk to him a lot. But he taught me so much while I was at Wingate, my first school, when I went to high school. After I graduated high school, excuse me. And I just felt like he was a mentor to me, and people that play that role, of course he was my coach, but people that play that role is really important, especially in the time of my life when I'm just growing and becoming into myself and having people that believe in you and, all that was real important to me. So I learned a lot of lessons because I was open to.
Yeah, man. People don't realize how important these coaches are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Football coaches, basketball coaches, you guys have a direct line to the next generation of young men coming up. And it's so important that young men become men,
right,
and become honorable men and become hardworking men. And these, coaches are teaching young men how to do that. Of course, outside of their fathers and what have you. But, yeah, man. And that's good, because, my coaches, man, I ain't really, they was all right. They was cool.
You really like them.
Like them. So for you to have such a great relationship with the coach, man, that's a beautiful thing.
I always try to have a good relationship with my coach. I can't say I've had any bad coaches.
Right.
You might have some coaches you like more than the others, but I've had some really good coaches in my circle as long as I've been playing sports. So I'm really thankful for that. Yeah. And I'll give a shout out to Coach Wright, but shout out all my coaches, man. Shout out all my coaches
out there, man.
Because first off, being a coach is hard. Nobody really understands all the work that they put in behind the scenes, and people doubting them, people hating on them, people talking crazy. Some of the stuff I get a small view of it because I'm an athlete, but I truly never get the full scope because I'm not a coach. But I've talked to some of my coaches and they try to express some of the things they go through, and I can only imagine. So kudos to them for really pouring into the next generation and trying to be role models.
Thanks. Yeah, being a head coach or any type of coach, especially on a football team, that's almost impossible. You got 50 plus players. You got to get everybody on the same page.
Right.
You got to deal with this personality. This guy
Absolutely.
skipping school. This guy cheated on their test.
Absolutely.
This guy got his girl pregnant. Like
Absolutely.
it's a lot to manage.
It is a lot.
It's a lot to manage, and you got to win.
That's the first thing. You gotta win, or you're out of there, man. So you have to do all of that. Everything you just mentioned, you have to do it.
You have to.
You have to do it. It's mandatory. So the job of a coach is not easy at all.
It's not at all, man.
It's a juggling act all the time.
And then, if the team falls apart, guess who's gonna get blamed for it?
For sure.
Yeah, you're gonna get fired.
For sure.
Whatever happens. But yeah, man. Woo. Just give me flashbacks, man. Give me flashbacks, man. Football camp, man. Those are the days, man.
That coach must have not been a good coach.
Nah, he was good.
He was cool.
Good, but he used to be hard on us, man. We needed that.
Yeah.
We were knuckleheads. So
I got you.
But yeah, man. So Tenacity is out. How does it feel to know that it's actually released? That it's actually out now?
It feels good. It's a relief. I'm super excited. I'm just thankful. Thankful. It's a long time coming. I'm just real thankful to God that I was able to see the process through, in the name of Tenacity, just really thankful for that. All the people that poured into me in the process continued to encourage me while I was writing and, told me this will be something that people can use. Like, don't stop.
Yes.
Shout out to my mom. My mom was really a big person that was like, Alex, this is some good stuff. One day I shared my material with her and she was like, dude, what are we doing? You got to write, man. It's like your writing is good. You got to write. So, shout out my mom and really encouraging me. And, I believed in myself. Like I said, before anybody can believe you and help you, you got to believe in yourself. I believed in myself. But, my mom saying that to me, I guess was the extra step for me to, yes, I can do this. You're right. So kudos to her and shout out to her for, saying that to me and believing in me. She always has believed in me. But, believing in me in that aspect.
Yeah, man. Having somebody in your corner, like, a lot of moms, I'm sure, your mom is the same way. Having somebody that just believes in you.
Yeah.
That just loves you to pieces unconditionally.
Yeah.
And just has every, ounce of belief that you can achieve whatever you want to believe. That is so powerful, man.
For sure.
That is so powerful. So, you've dealt with, I know you're going for your social work degree.
Yes, sir.
You've got your psychology degree.
Mm-hmm.
These are areas in life that can be tough for some people.
For sure.
So I'm sure you are familiar with some of the, I guess, destructive thinking and thoughts that people have.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think are like some of the biggest lies that people tell themselves?
I'll be okay.
Dang.
I'll be okay. When you go through things and maybe you don't have somebody to talk to, where you feel like, it's just me, or I'm here with my thoughts, or maybe a situation happened and you're thinking about all the frustration you felt, and you go, I'll be okay. You don't deal with the situation. Just move on from it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You tell yourself that very often, I'll be okay. Mm-hmm. And it's comforting in the moment, because that's what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't fix the issue. It's like taking medicine for a broken ankle. It's not going to fix the ankle, but it might take the pain away.
Right. Dang. So in those moments, what do you suggest people do? Should they write in their journal? Should they find somebody to talk to? Should they, what do you think?
Yes, exercise your coping skills. If you have people around you that you trust, reach out to them, absolutely, and get counsel. Journal, do voice memos, talk to yourself, so you can listen back to how you're feeling later on when you have settled in your emotions. Spend time with yourself, do something that you like. Maybe you like to listen to music, play video games, watch TV, go on a walk, do something that you enjoy, Yeah.
Dope. Now, you having an outlet like a football or being an athlete in general, it's amazing what taking care of your body and doing physical activities and physical exercise and doing actual hard things like lifting heavy weights and running miles and miles. It's amazing what that does for your mind and your spirit, and just all around benefit.
Absolutely.
So for the person who may be depressed or who may, just be in a funk or just sad right now, can you talk about how important it is to be physically active?
Yeah, it's important. It's very, very, very important. Let me start off saying it's very important to be physically active, but it's hard to start.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I say is to set small goals. Set small goals and reward yourself for achieving them. You know, it's going to keep you going. You don't want to set this big, broad goal, and maybe you, like, let's say you go to the gym, super excited to go to the gym. You know you're about to kill it. Man, you go in there, and the next day, you cannot move because you're so sore. It's hard to go to the gym again. It's hard to go to the gym on the third day.
True.
So maybe figuring out how you're going to do it for an extended period of time to get the result that you want is the best plan. We want longevity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't go in there trying to kill yourself.
Right? Don't do that. Don't do
you
that.
You can really hurt yourself.
For sure.
You can really hurt yourself. Now, you have one book already completed.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about the next book? Is that even something that that's even on your brain right now?
Yeah. I got so many stories, a lot of concepts that I can throw out there, man. Like, I'm not writing another book right now, but I have so much material to where I could start formulating my second book. Gotcha. But right now, I have a camp coming up for the UFL, so I'm trying to stay focused and get ready for that coming up in August here in a little bit. But shortly thereafter, I'll probably be looking to write my second one.
Okay, there we go. So what's the so you have a camp coming up? So
yes, sir.
What is it here? Is it in Atlanta?
No, it's in St. Louis.
It's in St. Louis.
Yes, sir. St. Louis.
You ready for that? I'm sure you are.
For sure. I'm preparing every single day, workout every day but Sunday.
Dang. Wow. Every day but Sunday. Sometimes twice a day, I bet.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. We get 2 a days in. It's nice and hot, so we like to get the 2 a days in.
Yeah. Woo. Man, yeah. Working out in this heat is crazy, man. Yeah, I remember like my senior year when we had, because, we work out in the summer. Mm-hmm. But it used to be so hot, it was a red alert. So we couldn't work out outside. We had to work out in the basketball gym.
It's not much better.
No, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. And then we was in full pads.
No.
Yes. In the full right. They were trying to kill us, man. They were trying to kill us. No. They were trying to kill us, bro. They were trying to kill us, man. That's funny.
That is funny.
So yeah, man. So you are gonna work on the book eventually.
I am.
But yeah, I think that definitely, this is, this, like your mom said, this is gonna help a lot of people, man. It really will. It really will. And it doesn't sound like, you didn't make it too complex or convoluted. It's easy enough to understand. It's broken down into principles that, that are like bite-sized, that are, small enough for people to understand, but also it's a lot of depth there.
Absolutely, and it's a workbook. It's a journal, so you can actually write in the book.
Yeah.
I wanted to include that so it can be active. I don't want you to just be reading and say, okay, well, I have to go back and look and see.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to be able to take some stuff while you're still in the book and not completed. So you have some material to pull from, almost like homework, but not in that sense.
Got it. So how important is the physical act of writing? Because it sounded like it did a lot. It did wonders for you.
It did.
So how important is it to get these thoughts out of your head and out on paper or somewhere else besides your head?
The biggest thing is understanding yourself. So some of the things that you're going through and the emotions that you're feeling, you might not understand why you're feeling them until you start to express them, until you start to speak about them, until you start to write about them. Yeah. And so some things that I started to notice is that many things that I would write, I wouldn't speak. Like, I used to do voice memos as well, along with my journaling. I used to, if I felt a certain way, maybe I'll get in my car and record how I'm feeling, just start talking, so I can think about it later. But sometimes when I'd go back and maybe I'd write about the same situation I was talking about, I'd write something different, or I'd say something different. So, just the different tools that I was able to use was able to pull different, parts from my brain in terms of how I was feeling, in terms of the different times. Yeah,
that's interesting. So you feel like even though it's the same, they're coming from the same place. The writing, the thoughts, the voice memos are all coming from the same place. But when you're writing, it's something different. Like, it's a different part of a different compartment of your brain.
Absolutely.
That comes out when you're writing. That's interesting.
I think it's a little bit more creative, in my opinion. It's a little bit more creative.
Yeah. Have you tried to channel that into other things like music or art or writing movies or anything like that?
I used to write a lot of poems.
Really?
I used to write a lot of poems. I also used to ghostwrite for some of my homeboys that, they rap and everything, but I ain't gonna put their business out there.
Man.
I ain't gonna put their business out there, but I used to ghostwrite for them, write their verses.
Right.
But no, I used to write poems for myself, for fun. Like that. I used to write poems, and it was real cool for me because when I talk about concepts, that's kind of how my brain works. So I think in segments and like abstract thought, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So poems was something that I really, really like identified with early.
Gotcha.
It was real creative for me, and you could make a poem about anything.
Yeah, true.
Things, and I use that to express my feelings sometimes too. Sometimes I write a poem about, my shoes, or, sometimes I write a poem about how I'm feeling, like a really important poem, like deep poem. There's certain poems that I still read today, like, man, that was like, that was heat.
Man.
But I couldn't, but to me, I wouldn't release that because it's personal. It's like, it's real deep stuff. But I just used to do that for fun though. But when I say it's for fun, and now even looking back on it now, it was even a coping skill for me that I used to use. Writing poems.
Dang, that's dope, man. Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about those haikus. Y'all don't know nothing about that. But that's dope, man. That's dope because I find that people who are creative, they're gonna find a way to have a creative outlet, whether it be painting, whether it be poems, whether it be music, or there's gonna be something creative that you do. And it's interesting because I was interviewed. Shout out to Aisha. She's like a makeup person. She does makeup, and she's very creative, very artistic, but she can't draw. I'm just like, how does that? It's just very interesting to me because it's like that. I would think that you would be able to just be artistic and be a great drawer, or artist, or painter, but it don't necessarily work like that all the time, which is crazy. Wow, so you did poems and you was ghostwriting for people out here. That is funny. That is funny, man. That is funny.
SoundCloud type stuff. We were young doing that. Yeah, SoundCloud, man.
So what is if you had to pick, I know it's going to be hard to pick, but what is your favorite part of your book?
My favorite part of my book.
Or your favorite exercise, or your favorite moment, or your favorite part that you remember writing?
I believe in the fourth section, there are some really big portions for you to start writing. I think that's the first portion that's like that in the book. There's some following portions that are like that as well. I think that's the first big portion that allows you to write. And I think that's the first big challenge that you get in the book. So I think that's my favorite. Yeah. Just because in terms of incorporating like the workbook aspect, it wasn't like that at the beginning. Right? At first, it was just a journal in terms of, concepts and what you can pull from when you need it type thing. But when I started incorporating it to be a workbook, then I had to figure out where all the inserts were going to be. Where did I feel like people need to do exercises? And so it's the fourth chapter. The fourth chapter.
Okay. Yeah. So with the workbook portions of it, what are some things that people are working through? Are they working through some challenges that they're facing? Are they working through like what direction they want to take with their lives? Are they working through goal setting? Like what are some of the exercises that you can pinpoint?
So we are working on purpose-driven development.
Gotcha.
So what that means is that there are a lot of different situations and circumstances that are presented in the book, and it allows you to put yourself in those shoes. And so in addition to that, you're also building, like we'll ask you questions about what you think about this or how would you consider yourself in this light. So you're constantly having to consider yourself in different settings and predicaments that are very viable, very real and very like readily available in terms of everyday interaction.
Gotcha. Dang. Okay, man. So you thought of everything.
I tried to. Because I wanted to be as applicable as possible. We tried to make sure we included everybody.
All right. So what is the book again? Of course, it's called Tenacity.
Yes, sir.
It's about being tenacious. It's about being a go-getter. It's about, being purpose-driven, like you said, going after those goals. What are three things that people can do today to be more tenacious?
Believe in yourself, trust God, and build your support system.
Okay. And what does a support system look like? Is that friends? Is it family? Is it counselors, coaches?
All inclusive.
Yeah.
Everybody that you believe pours into your life and you value them in your life. Where you say, I would miss them if they were gone.
Damn. Ooh, that's deep. Dang, that's deep. I would miss them if they're gone.
Yeah.
Ooh. I gotta think about who I would miss. Who am I gonna miss if they're gone?
That's some real stuff.
That's real, bro. That is real. That is real. Dang, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Man, you gotta give me a copy of the book.
I got you, man. I got you.
Give me a copy of the book. Okay, man. I guess we're gonna have some fun, bro. This has been a deep conversation.
Okay, for sure. Let's do it.
We're gonna have a little bit of fun, my brother. Now, you're a running back.
Yes, sir. Tote the rock.
Tote the rock. So I got to ask you some questions about, some famous people, some famous running backs.
Okay. You about to test me?
I ain't gonna test you, but I'm just gonna ask your opinion.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So we're gonna play a couple little games.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be fun. So the first one is a blind ranking. You know how blind rankings work? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give. So you have 5 spaces.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah.
And you're gonna have to place each of these running backs 1 through 5 without knowing which one is coming next.
Okay. Without knowing which one's coming next.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I'm gonna name one. You place them 1 through 5, and then I'll name the next one. All right.
Okay. Sweet.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. First, we got LaDainian Tomlinson.
Ooh.
1 through 5. Where you
LP?
put it? LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, that's LT. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Ooh. I'm gonna go 2. I gotta leave.
Go 2? Okay.
Go 2.
Shout out to LaDainian, man. I loved his jersey. I had to buy his jersey like 3 times.
I gotta go 2.
The powder blue one. All right.
Yeah, I gotta go 2.
Marshawn Lynch.
Oh. As long as Frank Gore's not on here, I'm cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Beast Mode at 1.
You gonna put Beast Mode at 1?
Put Beast Mode at 1.
Ooh,
because of the type of running back I am.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I grew up loving Beast Mode. Man.
Yeah, power back.
Yeah.
Running through people. All right, Barry Sanders.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well I gotta put him at 3 because man, this is a hard list already. Right. Goodness, they're pulling out the greats.
Right.
Okay. All
right.
The best of the best then. Okay.
All right, Saquon Barkley.
Wow. Wow. This list, man, it's like it's hard. Yeah. No, but I definitely would have Marshawn over all these guys for sure.
Okay.
So Saquon, it's like I'm putting him in order, so I'm gonna put him at 4 because he can't be 5.
All right, last is Derrick Henry.
Wow.
So that's so you put him in order.
I think I still like Beast Mode over Derrick Henry.
Really?
I think I do.
Okay.
It's the attitude, man.
It's the attitude.
I love Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, very respectable guy. Not that Beast Mode isn't.
Yeah.
But Beast Mode, he's more my type of guy.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? He's more my type of guy.
He like a homeboy. Like, you could talk to him. Like.
He's more my type of guy. But they're all really good running backs. Yeah. That was a crazy list, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy list.
It's a lot to choose from, man. There's a lot more I could have said.
Yeah, it's a crazy list for sure. But Beast Mode, I think I picked a good one.
All right.
I think I picked a good one.
So you had Beast Mode number 1, LaDainian 2, Barry Sanders.
Man, Barry Sanders.
Saquon,
goodness gracious, right. Barry Sanders. I probably would have him at 2. I probably would have him back. I'm not going to start moving people around now.
Right.
Man, Barry.
All right. So next, this one is like a this or that.
Okay.
All right. You don't got to think about it too much.
Okay.
You just give me your thoughts. All right, Barry Sanders or Walter Payton?
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walter Payton.
Barry Sanders or AP? Adrian Peterson.
Barry Sanders.
All right, Adrian Peterson or Derrick Henry?
Wow. I'm gonna go Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
I'm gonna go Derrick Henry.
He had a much longer career.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it at a very high level right now. And he's a little bit smarter with his money. Sorry, AP.
That is true. Very true.
Very true. All right, Marshawn Lynch or Nick Chubb?
Marshawn Lynch.
Okay, all right. Saquon Barkley or Christian McCaffrey, C-Mac.
Wow. Christian McCaffrey's a dog.
He is a dog.
First off, let me say that. I'm going to pick Saquon. But first off, let me say Christian McCaffrey's a dog.
Yeah.
Always been a dog.
Fact.
Since Stanford. Been a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
For sure. I C-Mac or Alvin Kamara.
I'm going to go Alvin Kamara.
Really? You like his game? You like he?
I
like,
do.
When he runs, it's like he's not even running fast.
Right, but it's very, 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 it's optical illusion.
Yes.
It's optical illusion.
It's
He's
gotta
flying.
be.
He's flying.
Yeah. It's like
flying.
finesse, bro.
Yeah, very agile.
All right, Alvin Kamara or Jamal Charles.
Wow. Wow. I'm going to go Alvin again.
Okay.
I'm going to go Alvin
Alright.
again.
All right, LaShawn McCoy or LaDainian Tomlinson. I have a feeling who you gonna pick. LaDainian.
Yeah. McCoy used to fumble too much for me.
Gotcha.
I'm going to just be real. He got the juice. He got
Right.
the moves that everybody
Yeah.
can't touch him.
Right.
But the minute you do, boy, that ball might fly.
Right. All right. LaDainian Tomlinson or Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith. Easy, huh? You know,
Wow.
think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Emmitt Smith. Yeah, Emmitt Smith's a dog.
All right.
I really like his highlight tape.
All right. Bo Jackson or Herschel Walker. This is old school.
Wow. Bo Jackson or Herschel Walker. That's hard.
That's tough.
That's really hard.
I like Bo Jackson's shoes. His shoes is fire.
Wow. Herschel Walker. But, wow. I think I like Herschel Walker more.
You like Herschel?
I think I do like Herschel Walker more.
All right. Ain't no wrong answer. All right, Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs?
Shout out Jahmyr Gibbs. Played against him in high school. I'm going to go Gibbs, man.
You gonna go Gibbs?
I'm going to go Gibbs. Shout out.
Bijan is home
hometown.
team.
Man, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's
All right, Jahmyr. I got to go with
Shout
my
out
dog,
Jahmyr,
man.
man.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out Jahmyr.
All right, Jonathan Taylor or Josh Jacobs?
Wow, that's a good one. Josh Jacobs, he's more of my type.
All right. Last one. Joe Mixon or Jamal Charles?
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Mixon.
Joe Mixon's a dog. And
Yeah, he is.
He's got that personality, too. You feel
All
me?
right.
He's a guy you want on your team.
All right. Last game.
Okay.
All right. So you know how football camp works. You know how 7-on-7s work.
Mm-hmm.
So give me your 7-on-7 team offense. Who you got?
Out of anybody.
Out of anybody, living or dead, legend,
Living or dead.
legends, current players.
I'm going to go. Okay, who do I want at quarterback? I'm going to go Tom Brady.
Okay.
I'm going to go Tom Brady at quarterback.
Okay.
I'm going to go Megatron outside receiver.
I did not expect you to say that. Okay.
I'm going to go Megatron. Slot. Who do I want at slot? Ooh. Wow. Who do I want in slot? I'm going to go Tank Dell. Healthy Tank Dell in slot.
All right. Nice pull.
Who do I want on the other outside? Okay, it's 7-on-7, so I get 2 more people. Who do I want at the other slot? This is...
You take your time, man.
Yeah. Cardarius Toney, I think that's his name.
Okay, there's okay.
Cardarius Toney from
Okay.
Florida.
All right.
Him healthy.
Healthy. Of course.
Him in college and healthy.
All right. Prime.
Okay.
In his prime.
Who do I want on the other outside? This is all new school though.
Mhm.
I don't know who I want, but let me think.
Tom Brady ain't no school. He's a legend.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think who else I want out there. I don't know.
You got too many to choose from.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a
All
lot.
right, because you still got, you didn't even say like a Jerry Rice or Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, like, I should pick Jerry Rice or Randy Moss for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because they're going to catch that thing every time.
Bruh,
every time.
And they're going to smoke. Well, I don't know if they're going to smoke every corner, but they'll smoke a lot of corners.
For sure. No doubt. So we going to go Randy Moss.
Randy Moss,
yeah.
Good
Randy
pick.
Moss.
Good pick.
Yeah.
And then you out there running, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And if it's not me and then we put a tight end in there, I want Gronk. I think Gronk. I want Gronk.
Okay.
We playing with a tight end. I want Gronk.
Over Kelsey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not that there's a big difference. I just think Gronk, in terms of playing 7-on-7, you want Gronk to go get those balls.
Yeah, true.
Kelsey, he's full package tight end. So is Gronk, but Gronk, he's known for going and get the ball.
Yeah, Gronk, he seems like he don't all the way care about everything. So he's kind of like a better player.
Right.
Okay. Cool. So I think that'll be a good team. You'll be a lot of people with them.
How you feel about Megatron?
Man,
Why that surprise you?
because I just wasn't expecting him. I mean, but that's a great pick. He was a dog for sure. He was huge.
Yeah.
He was catching all type of balls out there, and he was just so big, bro. It's
I wish his career could have been a little longer because he was so big. He kept taking them hits.
Yeah, but it's just like you don't really see somebody that big, that fast with those type of hands, bro.
Right.
You just don't see that often, and it's just like, dang, man. But yeah, he was nasty, bro.
If you had to pick him or Julio, who you going?
I
think that's the best comparison.
Him or Julio. Holy. Dang. All right, the only reason why I picked Julio is because I loved him at Alabama.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was a dog.
He was nasty at
crazy
Alabama.
at Alabama.
And he played for the Falcons, bro.
Yeah.
So that's really
home team.
So I got to give it to him. But other than that, bro, they neck and neck. I feel like Julio. I just wish he could have had a more decorated career.
Yeah.
But he's an absolute legend.
For sure.
He's an absolute legend. All right, who would you pick over? I guess with on defense, Revis or Deion Sanders?
Ooh, Deion Sanders.
Sanders. Why is it that easy though? Why is it that easy of a pick?
Okay, we have to talk. It's the all-encompassing because you got the player, then you got the impact. Okay, so because even if we exclude just the player itself, he was so good in his time.
He was
extremely good.
Yeah,
and people were hating on him because of how good he was. Yeah. Because what I'm saying, he used to pop it. He'd be good and pop it on people.
That's true.
So
that's true. So you like that? You like that personality? You like that? You like him out there talking junk?
Yeah. That's football. It's competition.
Football. Oh, yeah,
it's competition.
But Revis, he's gonna cover your best receiver.
He's a technician.
He's gonna cover your best receiver.
Yeah.
And they might catch one ball. They might catch three.
They're gonna shut down the field.
He's gonna shut down the field. And he'll catch that thing, and he won't run it all the way back. He won't run it for a pick six all the time, but he'll pick it off though. If you throw it to him.
Yeah.
Most people didn't even throw it to him, but I feel like Deion, he used to bait people a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. For sure. Receiver, he'll look like he open, and then here come
Deion flying in. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. I ain't mad at that. I probably would go Deion too, but I love Revis, man.
Revis is a ball player for sure.
Yes, I loved him. I think that was the 2009, 2010 that season, man. He was on another level, bro.
They play the hardest position on the field.
Yes,
the hardest position on the field.
Never seen nothing like that. But all right, man. So the name of the show is called Another 24, and the reason why it's called that is because, that's one of the biggest blessings that we can get.
Right.
It's another day to, be tenacious. It's another day to chase your dream, to hug your family, or, play some football, do whatever you want to do, right? And the world, everybody in the world, we don't agree on much, but we can all agree that we all want another 24 to, live. Because if you don't have another 24, you don't have anything. So there is a young man, he's watching everything that you're doing. He's watching you write your book. He's watching you go to your camps, go to the gym, be tenacious, and he might be struggling. He might be having a hard go at it, right? So if you could talk to this young man who's looking up to you, Mr. Alexander, and give him 30 seconds or so of some wisdom and some guidance, I want you to look right at that camera, talk to him.
You got this. It's you versus you every single day. There's nobody else. You look in the mirror. You brush your teeth, you dress your bed, you put your clothes on, put your socks on, lace your shoes just like everybody else. The minute you believe you can is the minute you'll start to put one foot in front of the other. So take that step today. Don't wait. Another 24 is a blessing. It's not guaranteed. So considering you get the blessing, you better take the blessing and run with it because God's giving it to you. can't take it for granted. Once you start to have that perspective, you can start to orchestrate and create the life you want to live.
Facts, man. That was beautifully said. Beautifully said. That might have been the best one, bro.
Thank you.
I do this every episode. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. It's like you had that one in your back pocket. Like, here you go.
I'm ready to help people, man. The person right here, you got this, man. Come on.
This.
What we doing?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
For sure.
All right, man. So is there anything else you want to let the people know before we get up out of here?
Just real thankful, man. Thank you for listening. You know, thank you for tuning in.
For sure.
This is my guy right here, man. He's going to have some good heat for you coming out. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
All right, listen, man. Thank you so much for pulling up. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations on everything you got going on, man. We're going to be supporting. We're going to be watching everything you're doing. We're going to be rooting for you. And anytime, you want to come back, you got something you want to share with the people, you got space to do it. When that next book come out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. And I'm going to shoot you your copy. I got you.
Yeah, man. When you get to the NFL, man, don't forget about me, bro. Don't forget about me, my dog.
Not going
All right,
to.
man. Appreciate you.
Love, man.
All right.
Thank you.